Iron and Infrastructure Podcast Introduction. The podcast that ties together fitness and construction, shifting the industry narrative and giving insight on how to become a business owner while living life under the bar, weightlifting, personal development, the infrastructure industry, and how to merge the two worlds to achieve prosperity. Now introducing your host, Jacob Emery. All stand and applaud, please.
This episode is brought to you by R&R Pipeline, an infrastructure company. Our purpose? Enhancing America's infrastructure with a safety-driven, integrity-led culture that provides an environment for team members to grow and thrive. 5. Action versus indecision. So when faced with a choice or something that you desire to do, having indecision is one of the biggest pitfalls to that thing going forward. Making choices, making decisions, taking action is such a massive productivity hack, and it's so simple, but simplify by making a decision and pushing forward with the thing, and don't make the indecision bigger. So sort of like a problem, if you focus only on the problem gets bigger. The more options that are available, the more indecisive you are, the bigger the thing becomes that you're not doing. And a lot of people just need to take action on the thing, regardless of what it is. Some things take longer to plan for, yes. I'm not saying take shortcuts. I'm saying be decisive when indecision is what is on your mind. So if you're indecisive, if you're looking for X or Y or Z, a lot of things can be handled very quickly and swiftly if action is just applied. And when all this planning and thought and direction and clarity is needed, sometimes you just got to do the thing. So in Strategic Coach, we learned a concept called multiplier action. Extremely powerful, and what it relates to is Newton's laws of motion. So inertia. When an object is at rest, it will stay at rest unless something from an external force moves it forward. An object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by external force. So object at rest will stay at rest. An object in motion will stay in motion unless an outside force has an impact on it. So if you don't make a decision, unless you're forced to, it just stays there. If you make a decision, but something outside changes that direction, then it changes. After that part of it is figured out, so there's a decision, there's a direction, there's movement. Even if it's one step, there's at least movement. After one step is taken, what happens is the law of acceleration. So the greater the mass of the object, the bigger the thing, the greater the amount of forces needed to accelerate it. So to apply this in a goal set or a direction on achieving a desired outcome, when a goal is acted upon, the momentum is accelerated equal to the commitment of the teamwork, the growth of the team, the insight gained. After it goes in motion, then it will accelerate the pace of completion. As long as it's in motion, it will get done eventually, or at least it will get closer. But the indecision is what stops it. If you're looking to get something done, but you haven't done anything to push it forward, it's still in the same exact spot. So making sure that action is taken timely is massive. Indecision is an absolute killer, because indecision ends up piling with multiple different things that need choices made on. Making decision, taking action is huge. Letting it sit there becomes a detriment. And then the wrong choices are made because they're reactionary to the anxiety or pressure or outside forces that had action been applied originally, it wouldn't be a thing. But then you're forced to make a choice, and because you have so many options and because you waited so long, it's hard to make the right choice. So take action quickly and swiftly. If the thing is in acceleration. It's growing, it's getting bigger. Then Newton's law of motion says there is an action or reaction. And this is where two objects exert force on each other. These forces have the same magnitude but opposite directions. In a goal-setting mindset, if two or more areas of focus are in competition with each other, neither one of them is going to get done. So if you're not aligned on the outcome and you're not aligned on the one thing that you want to be accomplished, the motion may be compromised. The completion of it may be compromised. So indecision of one thing. After a couple days, it becomes two things. After a week, you have 5 things that you're indecisive about. The magnitude of these issues grows. So now you have 5 big problems because you didn't make decisions, and they all become big problems. Because they're big problems, you don't know which one to pick. Had you took in, immediate action with number 1, it might already be settled and done, or at least out of your hands. Now you have 5 big problems. Now you don't know where to start, so you start on all of them and none of them get done. None of them are quality, efficient, timely, and more than likely they all become procrastination items because of indecision. Be decisive, make a choice. Doesn't have to be perfect. Progress over perfection. If you're looking for the perfect thing, you're looking for an ideal that don't exist, which is a gateway to ultimate procrastination. So Newton's laws of motion, if something's in an inertia state, if something's not moving, take one step. Simple as that. After one step, the acceleration portion happens. Accelerate it forward. With that, action or reaction. So after the thing's moving forward, make sure that the momentum is in the right direction. Don't have a reaction to other things that are taking space away from that one thing. If it's a priority, focus on it, finish it, and be done with it. If you have more than one priority taking all your attention, none of them are going to get done. If you tell me you have 2 starting quarterbacks, I'm going to tell you that you don't have one, and 2 are taken away, and they're both a diminished of return. So take action, eliminate indecision, and mitigate the growth of your problems. Be solution focused. Top Fuel 5.